All right. Hello and welcome to the Survivor Maryland Generations episode 7 after show. I'm your host, Anders. With me as always is my wonderful co-host, Erin. Joining us, we have two incredible winners. Or sorry, let me get that again. We've got an incredible winner and Jay. Thank you both so much for joining us. Jay and Katie, it's been so long since we've seen you, and this time you guys are together instead of against one another. Aww. How does it feel to be watching a season you two aren't in and don't have to be worried about getting all the hate for?
It feels really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels good. I don't think I got that much hate.
Yeah,
but
Katie doesn't get hate. I was about to say.
How does it feel
It's
for
really
both
fun.
of you equally to get so much hate?
But it's been fun. It's taking me back. I'm like, wow, I wish I was playing again.
I get to
That's
watch
crazy.
my
You're
best
watching
friend,
this
you
season.
I was just gonna say. What'd you say?
I really wish I was in all of this.
Yeah, I wish I was.
I wish I could be on Love Island. We have a wonderful special guest joining us today. The recently eliminated, not even really voted out player from Survivor Maryland Generations, many people's winner picks. Honestly, a robbed goddess of her own decision, but still, I think we should give her her flowers. Please welcome Courtney. Hello. You're muted, so who knows what you're saying.
Thank you, Anders. That was very nice. I low-key am afraid of you roasting me, I have to be honest, but thank you.
There's nothing. The thing is, Courtney, there's plenty of players this season to roast. I don't think that you're one of them. I think if there's anything we need to comment on or question you on, it's why did you let Andy dictate so many votes when it never benefited you? Like, why did you let Andy decide votes?
I think, okay, to address the Daniela vote, I love Daniela as a person. I never thought she trusted me after week 1. We were really good friends. I would not say we were in an alliance. So I was very upset, like as a person, to vote her out. In the game, I wasn't too upset. But honestly, like having Andy made my game a lot easier because as you could tell, I was not doing well that whole semester. I was like a very different person than when I auditioned for the show. By the time the semester started, things weren't going well. And having Andy as like a rock was very helpful, even though the way he is portrayed, yes, it does not seem good. Like
it seems, I'll tell you, pretty awful. This is a burning question.
Well, wait,
I do have.
Can we talk about that? Was
being
it like,
awful?
No, can we talk about like, okay, you guys were friends on the show. Also, before and after he finds out you have a boyfriend, he's displaying
That's what I was
interest in you. Okay, the edit was what we saw. How was your feelings about like what you received from Andy in terms of like friend vibes? He wanted more than that. Like, where was that going on? How was that?
Watching the show for the first time, I realized how much, I don't know exactly how much, but I did not realize he actually was interested in me like that. Like watching him get upset in his confessional and kind of angry was very shocking to see. And we had talked before the season and he like apologized and I was like, it's fine. It was just the show. And he was like, not really. And so seeing this, that made a lot more sense. Like he did make those remarks that I talked about in my confessional and that you guys had like a ball with, like the second date thing. But like in college, you kind of just like brush those things off. This wasn't in the show, but one of my boyfriend at the time, my ex-boyfriend now, his least favorite thing was like a month in, Andy sent me a screenshot of this Ariana Grande song, like break up with your boyfriend, I'm bored, or break up with your girlfriend. My boyfriend was so angry.
Oh yeah, that was.
That's so funny.
But like really that was it. It kind of ended after the first few weeks. Like especially once he was with Chloe, it was like, or talking to Chloe, whatever. Like we were fine.
Yeah.
It seemed really dramatic in the show and it probably was, but I didn't realize it was.
Of course, from your perspective, there was nothing. So it was all just in his head. I think that was very clear. As you were going, hey, we're just good friends, we're allies. And to him, it was, I mean, this is the girl I love. Like, this is my number 2. And it did feel very one-sided in that way.
Mhm.
Let's talk a little bit about sort of your trajectory in the game. You start this game with the Daniela, Jason, Donovan, and you and Andy side, but also playing with Sean and Lily. That
Mhm.
first vote, you decide to get rid of Jason and to sort of play that middle. That whole vote, it seems like you and Andy were not on the same page. What was the decision there to vote out Jason to sort of flip onto the other side, but not really flip entirely? You wanted to work with both sides still. What was going through your head through all that? That's your first time voting, and it's so
Yeah.
chaotic.
I mean, I did think that Jason was much more of a threat. He was super likable, super friendly. Like, I'm sure I would have been his friend, but he definitely would have been a very strong player. So I think when I had to just make that quick thought, that was maybe why I wrote down his name. Also, I just like loved Lily. And I kind of was just like, I'd rather just vote with her. I think I could make amends with Donovan quite easily, or I thought I could, and that was fine. I didn't expect Daniela to yell at me. I thought it would be fine. So that was a little rougher than I had expected, but I kind of just thought, like, it's our first vote. We've never voted before together, so we're not really like, oh, Lily. We're not like, we had never voted before together, so I was like, if the lines get drawn, I'm fine with my line being drawn with like the freshman. I was fine with that, and having Andy on the other side. Yeah.
How was working with Andy? I think a lot of people this season comment on basically how impossible he can be or how sketchy he is, and he does seem like a flip on nearly everyone. You were the closest person to him, and we'll never know, but it seems like he would be unlikely to turn on you. Maybe go against your wishes, but not vote you out. What was it like from your perspective to work with Andy, and how did that maybe differ from other people's?
I mean, I thought it was very easy to work with him. I was kind of just having fun, so I liked his wild ideas sometimes. I feel like he said this in this episode or last. I did try and reel him in. Like, he had some crazy ideas, a lot. Like, probably crazy in a good way, maybe, but like, he definitely wanted to make bold moves. I think I kind of tempered him a little sometimes, for better or for worse. I don't know. That's an opinion. He was really easy to work with, and he's very friendly. I mean, that's how he can get away with all of the crazy stuff he's done so far, because people love to hate him, but like, obviously he's very likable. Clearly, if Sean, is willing to trust him after all that's gone down. I also like never knew how much Sean was hurt by everything Andy was doing. I didn't really understand. Watching this season, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I just wasn't picturing Andy the way he is. And I'm like, was I missing something? Like, I don't really know.
I
what was
mean, he's
through.
going to Sean. He's saying, I'm the villain, you're the hero. He's toying with Sean, killing all of his allies. And you're there like, I think we can work with Sean, though.
Yeah, I
So,
don't know.
so also the Lily of it all. When it came down to Lily and Andy, if you had to choose one, which one would you have chosen to take to the end?
Andy, because
Really?
because we would have a very different story in the final pitch. I was banking on going to the final two with Andy and being like, it just depends what the jury wants. Do they want a villain to win, or do they want someone who is more likable and like amicable? And if I had gone against Lily, I think we were a little more similar. Like, she's super likable. I think I would have a tough time beating her. I think there's a chance I could have beaten Andy.
I think it's interesting. I don't know what the rest of the panel feels, but I do think you had one of the strongest games this season. Like, your elimination this episode truly came out of nowhere. Like, the amount you were going through personally did not reflect on the show at all. Like, to me, you were the most social, most put together, and best strategic player. I think it goes to show that in this episode, many people talked about how much they liked you. And you talked about, it was a few episodes ago when someone was like, well, Courtney's the one pulling the strings, and you were like, that's bad that someone notices.
Mhm.
You were, for all intents and purposes, the person who decided every vote. Even if you did let Andy decide who it was going to be, it was always up to you how it would go. I mean, the Sammy vote is a great example of it, where it's like, you had all the votes to get rid of Daniela there, but you decided to go with Sammy. And that was the decision that you made. did you feel in that moment that you were such a powerful player? What was it about that moment that maybe made you feel otherwise?
Wait, which moment? Which moment am I?
Just being in the moment there, like playing the game. Like, I think now we're all looking at it going, Courtney's got a really good game. But I think you even mentioned you didn't really feel that confident about how far you would go.
Yeah, I think so. As I mentioned, I was having a bad semester, and like I was social, but sometimes I would disappear for like a couple days and people would be sketched out. Like, where is she? And she's like, I'm not on my phone. And I really didn't talk to that many people on the other tribe because of that. Like, I was putting the minimal amount of energy I could, or not minimal, but the most energy I could just into my tribe. So I had like no other tribe connections. I think I met with Pascal like once. I like cannot remember timeline. Like at least spoken to Chloe before.
But you had CJ and Kate, who I
That
think
is true, that is
those
true.
would have been two great advocates for you on
Yeah.
different ends of Kyoshi.
Yeah, that is true. Looking back. Yeah.
And like
Maybe,
Donovan, Lily, Sean, Andy all trusted you. They would kill each other before they'd kill you. I think it's fair to say, oh well, I didn't talk to Jenny and Alejandro. I'll tell you what, I don't think that'll matter. Alejandro said this episode.
That's Alejandro's whole game, baby.
I think it's fair to say in the moment you were, dealing with a lot else, not really thinking too much. And yet somehow, despite not being the most active, I think you really charmed everyone.
Yeah. I did end up going to a music festival with Alejandro later in college. I do have to say, I love Alejandro. That was a great time.
Incredible.
Was that the one that Andy was at? Like Bonnaroo or something?
No, we went to Firefly.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Is there anything watching back this season that you feel was missed about sort of your story? Or is there anything that you feel was especially highlighted that you didn't think was particularly anything in the moment? Obviously, there's the Andy and you relationship.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the Love Island bit. I feel bad that I was mean about Chloe. That's one thing watching back. It had really bothered me with the Sean situation with Lily. For some reason, like people like mess with my friends, I get really heated. And I feel watching that back was hard. I was like, oh my gosh, I was being so mean. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It was 7 years ago. So like,
Well, of course.
different time in my life.
Looking back, do you have any regrets on it?
I wish I played like a later season. Not that time of my life, I think. Like, I just wish I like played at a different time. But our cast was so good, so I'm glad I got to play with everyone in our cast.
Do you come back for a future season? I don't know. I'm just wondering.
No, I wanted to for All Stars, but I was actually supposed to graduate this semester that the season is. I was a junior, but I was trying to graduate early, and then I didn't. So I just graduated in the fall, still early, and then it was All Stars in the spring. So, but yeah, I was thinking about doing that, but I was like, no, I need to graduate.
Oh,
It was like 6th year, so we could play again. So, people are doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have stayed even longer, like Pascal.
I was trying to leave in 3. I stayed for 3.5. It was enough for me.
What was playing with Daniela like? I think a lot of people were commenting all the time about Daniela being like a threat or dangerous or unsure. It was interesting because like Ella got really offended by Daniela calling you out, but you were laughing and going, anyways, I love Daniela. Like, I don't care. I don't want to get her mad. What was your relationship with Daniela like, and how did you view her?
I viewed her, I think, as a threat only because she was positioned as such coming in as like someone who has played before. If she had come in new like the rest of us, don't think she would have been seen as a threat. She was so friendly. We were good friends. We did not, like, looking back, we had those like bigger group meetings like in our alliances, but we really didn't talk strategy that much. I feel like we more so hung out. I think that was just her vibe though, which was very fun. Yeah, I wish that I talked to her more about the game and maybe had more of a game relationship with her, because I don't think I had as strong of a game relationship that maybe it seemed like we did. Yeah.
I know you already talked about this, but it's just going to be burning in my head. Why Daniela over CJ? It doesn't weaken CJ. You have less of a relationship with, and it weakens Pascal more. And also, what is CJ bringing to you while still in the game? What does that gain you?
Okay, I was not even thinking about weakening Pascal. Like, in my eyes, I had a clean slate with Kate and CJ, and I got off on a really good foot with both of them. And I could not shake that Daniela didn't trust me from that first week. Like, I did not think she ever trusted me. And then there were these two new people who I thought like me and I could get to trust, and I've never fucked them over. And I really like CJ. I feel like he's just like maybe not the best on camera, but he's like a great guy. Like, I really liked hanging out with him.
I did love your line where you were like, I think CJ and I are friends now.
That
When
was
he
just,
invited you to Catan.
I thought the whole tribe was going, and I show up and it's just me, him, and one other dude. And I was like, I don't even know really how to play Catan. But it was like a very intense Catan night, like the three of us. And then we watched like Monty Python. I remember this so vividly because I was so shocked at the event, but it was a lot of fun.
That's like exactly what I picture CJ doing.
This cast, unlike any other cast, like they hang out with each other like the entire time, like day in and day out. Like y'all are like, I mean, people are having sleepovers this season. Like we didn't have that in our season as much.
Oh no! In season 8, people were like, "Get the fuck away from me!" We're in the Alliance, and
Dude, yeah, like when I saw that video of like Chloe showering and Lily's in the front and they're just like being crazy, I'm like, can you imagine doing that with anyone in any season? Like, that's kind of insane.
You went to
Katie and Miranda did it.
you went to Eric's show or something, right? Our season, Katie?
Wait, what'd you say?
That's the only thing I can think of. Like you went to like Eric's show or spoken word.
Oh,
That's
no,
the only thing I
we
can
just
think
like
of.
he like
It was a
performed at some
charity.
like talent show. And
Yeah,
so,
That's
yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But I was like,
we weren't all personable like this season, which is what makes the
no,
season so exciting. There's Love Island going on. Y'all are
no, the
best friends. Y'all hate each
showmances.
other. It's like so. It just makes it more exciting. Like, oh my god, these people are gonna betray their best friends.
Yeah.
So one other question, and I will say, look, I'm not saying that CJ's bad. I'm saying as a character,
He can't get over
he is
this.
not bringing it the same way Daniela is. And strategically, I was just like, you're keeping CJ, who we've seen is like Pascal's right-hand man, over Daniela. But it makes sense.
You have a bias for Daniela because
I also have a bias for Daniela. Yeah, okay. I never claimed to be unbiased. No one would say that about me.
No, but I think Courtney has a good point. Like, I mean, like it showed that they played Catan. If they're that close, like they met that recently, and then he's inviting her to play Catan. Like, you know, like that's like a legit alliance right there. And it would piss off Kate if like she voted out CJ without telling her when she had a really good vibe with Kate.
But she pissed off Sean for no reason. That was,
Yeah,
I think, actually, Courtney,
I guess
that's my
Sean
bigger
was
thing.
already
I understand why
That's
you
my
feel
bigger
that.
thing is like, if you were gonna vote out
That's
Daniela,
true.
and then you were like, well, I couldn't vote out Sean because I wouldn't want to piss
Yes.
off Lily. But it's like, no, you're pissing off Sean now, who's
Flip
then gonna
side
go
Sean,
run to
for
Lily
sure.
and like. So I think that's the bigger miss here is not
That's
telling
true.
Sean.
100%.
But
Yeah, I
Sean
think-
would have not been down for it, probably.
Yeah.
So that's why it wasn't worth like, you know, if you try to get
But it's at least
everyone
like, I
involved,
think it's at least like, even if it's not like a, hey, do you want to get in on this? It's a, hey, this is happening. Just
Yeah.
giving you a heads up.
That is a regret I had. I wish I would have just saw him right before and told him, just said like, this is happening. That was like a really quick vote. And I also was, not like, me and Sean really did not have that much one-on-one conversation. I could probably tell by the episodes, you like never see just the two of us together.
That's
it was
more
really
fun.
Lily that was the glue.
Okay, my final question to you, Courtney, is what is the one memory or sort of aspect of Survivor that you took away from this season? You left of your own accord. You decided when your time was. What is something that you took from this season that you really sort of recall or care about or affected you?
Let me think. when I left, it was very nice. First of all, the edit is very sweet. The editing people, very sweet edit. It's a little dramatic, but it is very cute. But after that, people from the other tribe came as well and brought like cupcakes, and we had a little like party and just in the yard. I thought that was very nice. I was very surprised. I was like, oh my gosh, like Lily put a pink cupcake on my head. I just remember that frosting on my forehead. That was very cute. Yeah.
Well, Courtney, it's been so nice to talk to you. You have a
Yeah,
question?
wait, why do you only get to ask questions? Hello?
Thank
Oh my God, fine. Any other questions?
And Erin might have a
Let's drill
question.
her really quick.
All right, I hate to play the what if game.
No,
But-
mine's a what if too.
Okay.
Mine's not a what if, but I do have a question.
Okay, so let's say things outside of your life were not happening, right?
Mhm.
And the plan was for you to stay in the game. And let's say Sean decided, hey, Andy and Courtney pissed me off too much. I'm going with the other side and I'm voting Andy out. He comes to you and says, hey, Courtney, I'm letting you know 3 people are voting for Andy. Join us, or I want you to know about it. But like, this is what I'm doing, because he wants to keep that relationship with you. That is something that Sean would do. Would you have played the idol on Andy? Would you have given the idol to Andy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, like, if this didn't happen, like, would this have been Andy's goodbye episode? Because he screwed up not telling Sean.
Yeah. I actually, watching this episode, I did not realize that Andy was in trouble. At the time, I was just so checked out. I did not realize that Andy was in so much trouble. I didn't want anyone to go home over me. I didn't realize it was gonna be Andy, if maybe. But yeah.
My question was very similar, actually, but it was not if Sean told you that he was going to vote Andy out. I actually don't think he would have done that, or I would have hoped he didn't do that, especially after everything that happened. But I had a feeling that Andy would suss out pretty quickly, because he already feels like he's kind of in the hot seat, that he's going to be the one voted out. So even though in the time you didn't feel that sort of he was in trouble, but say Andy kept coming to you and saying like, listen, I was gone, like I can just tell, like Sean's giving me weird vibes, I think like Kate, CJ, and Sean are gonna go for me, then like, and he's like, you need to play the idol for me, then you would have still given him the idol, you think? Like if he was like insisting like it's gonna be him and he thinks like he's gonna be gone, and it's like, what are you gonna do without me?
I guess it would depend how I felt after my conversations. But if I also felt sketched out on his behalf, I think I would have given it to him.
Because I guess at the time you did feel like losing him would be really big for your game as well. Right?
And
like,
we did find it together.
Yeah,
Like,
so it wasn't just like for yourself. It's like this
Yeah.
is better, like your game too.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That was
Erin,
pretty much my question, honestly.
Oh,
I was
really?
gonna ask, like, no, genuinely, I was just like, it was just not.
We all had it. We all had it.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if that idol was actually for both of you, or if you were just gonna be like, no, it's in my hands. Like, why do you think it's yours? But
I think
totally
I
fair.
would have had the right to not give it to him. I don't
Yeah.
think he would have ever forced me to give it to him, but I think I would have. Yeah.
Yeah, so fair.
So an hour ago, I called Sean Bohan on the phone because I watched the episode like us all, and I was dying to know what would have happened. And Sean shared with me the following. He was likely going to go with
Kate and
Kate
CJ.
and CJ and vote out Andy, but he would have very likely have told Courtney because he wanted to keep that relationship with Courtney. And so that is likely what would have happened in that magical lore of what if.
Wait, so then Andy and Courtney vote for who?
That's the question. Would they have voted for Sean for betrayal?
Oh yeah, it would have been
Voted
Sean.
for CJ, probably not Kate.
But Courtney, would you not have been like, oh, but Sean just told me about this? Oh, like, do we really want to vote him? Like, or would you just be like, oh, he's slipping on us?
Or
What are you doing, Courtney? What are you doing?
Will you tell him I have an idol and then pull him back over and scare him with it? You know, there's so many different avenues.
We're writing a fan fiction of the season.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I don't know what I would have done. I feel like I would be worried about telling Sean about the idol. He seemed so upset at Andy in this episode. Like,
So I wouldn't tell him about the
Yeah.
idol.
You
It'd
would
make
vote
him
him
more
out?
upset if he did know.
So like you would use the idol and vote him out, you think? Or you think you would have gone for like CJ?
Gosh. Oh gosh. Oh no. I maybe would have voted him off. I think.
I would have done that.
Dang,
too.
over CJ.
Literally.
Maybe you know what?
Maybe
Maybe
it's
you would have
our
flipped the coin
besties.
for it.
Well, CJ played Catan with Courtney, Anders. We just have to remember.
CJ never did
And you know what?
anything.
I forgot.
wrong.
It's like that is the most important thing.
It is. It works sometimes.
Just he never did anything wrong, and he's so nice, and he's very smart. He just felt like someone I could work with for a long time, who I had a clean slate with.
Sean never did anything wrong either.
I know, but if he was gonna vote Andy out, that would be the only reason I would ever write down his name. But honestly, I don't think I would have had the guts to do it. I don't know.
Okay, then it does go in.
But Andy would have.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
Then
yeah.
you would have been a villain too, Courtney, I think. You would have been painted a villain.
I did not
You
mean
were
to
so
lie.
lovely though on the show. You were so fun to watch.
Oh,
And
Yes.
I remember receiving all these nice texts about you from Andy throughout the season. So
Oh.
like, oh, you know, she's great. You know, all those things.
They
She's
started
like,
off a
"Oh."
little bit different from she's great. They sort of
I,
like,
I don't know. I don't know if it's like, oh, there's like a cute girl. I don't remember if those happened, but
So
Okay.
fun.
yeah.
all right. Any other questions? Any other what ifs we want to ask? Courtney, what would you do if Lily and Andy were about to be hit by a bus? Who do you save?
That's so messed up. I think
I
I
know. Who do you
Don't
save?
answer that. Don't answer that. He doesn't have power here.
Okay. I have a good answer though.
Oh, okay. Do it.
Lily, because Andy would easily survive it. He would just walk away after being hit by the
That's
You'd be
fine.
like free tuition?
I'd
Yeah,
say Lily
right.
because Andy would just be like, nah, and I live. Nah, I live that.
He would be
I
fine.
live that.
All right. Well, if we have no other questions, now I'll say, Courtney, you were an all-star in this season, the best player. It's the biggest crushing. My heart is crushed like never before seeing you leave. I'm at least thankful that you quit and it wasn't like the most batshit insane decision to get rid of you. So it's so sad you're leaving. I'm glad that you, I assume, had a better time emotionally and mentally after you left. I mean, you eventually graduated, so clearly it worked out.
Yeah.
But it's been such a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us, and you will be missed severely.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. All right.
Of course. Have a wonderful night. Bye,
Bye.
Courtney. Well, we still have to talk about the episode, so let's get back into the mindset. Courtney did answer, why CJ over Daniela. I'll just say this. If it were me, that wouldn't have happened. But, CJ's never invited me to play Catan, so I guess I can't speak for that element. I guess maybe you all would feel differently if you were invited to CJ's to play Catan and watch Monty Python. I know Jay would never vote someone out who would do that for him. But we come out from that vote. Sean is pissed off. CJ and Kate, this was very funny to me when CJ went, we've controlled these votes. Like somehow we've managed to survive. We've kept the vote off of us. Which to me, it's like CJ and Kate haven't done shit. They couldn't be less effective in these votes. The fact that they believe they have any power is laughable. How do we feel about the sort of positioning of Sean and this 5? I think from my perspective, Andy and Courtney heavily misplayed last round and put themselves in a position, had they not had an idol, had Courtney not left, to just absolutely be destroyed by their own choices. Andy's choices, really.
And then what really got me was the way that right after Tribal, they're doing damage control for Sean right there in front of Kate and CJ. Like they're like, oh well, we trust you more than them anyway, right in front of them. Like that was insane. And they're just like, yeah. Hey, what was crazy to me was that Courtney originally said that, like she was like, we trust you more than them anyway, like blah blah blah. And then Andy kept going, and like Andy kept talking, and she goes, Andy, you're saying too much. I was like, what do you mean? You started this. That was ridiculous to me.
Any thoughts from you two or nothing?
It wasn't necessary. Like, it wasn't even like, I mean, I guess it was good TV, but like, it wasn't like explosive TV. I don't know. There wasn't a point.
Jay goes, well, there wasn't any fighting there. So, if, you know, if I'd been there, I would have started going, oh, so you don't trust me. Oh, okay. So you don't trust me.
Yeah, why is nobody manufacturing fights at these tribals?
I know.
Hey,
there's
not calling
enough.
each other a bitch right now.
So, like,
happy birthday.
Like myself, Andy wants to make great TV. That's like priority number 1. Priority number 2 is winning. So like that's.
Oh, don't worry. Based on his gameplay, that's evident.
Yeah. So, you know, I think voting out Daniela for him was like, well, this would be a more exciting vote. I want to do what's more exciting. And I just to like understand his mindset is make good TV. Number 2 is, you know, get far in the game, win, etc. But you know, that wasn't necessary. But it was fun to watch, you know.
I feel like he was just a little on a power trip. Like he just wanted to prove his dominance, and it was a little too much. I think it kind of rubbed everyone the wrong way. Like it rubbed even like Kate the wrong way, which like he didn't need to do that. You know what I mean? Like they were making a new relationship. And
you just saved these 2 people. Like, why are you gonna like tarnish?
And it's same with CJ. Like when he was voting out Daniela, he like told CJ what like the hour before, saying like this is the plan. Like, and he wanted to make sure he like put him in his place to know that like you have no power in this alliance. And I'm like, I think that's pretty obvious. Like you don't need to like rub salt in the wound, you know?
Yeah.
And I love Kate being like, I pitched the Daniela vote originally. Yeah. Like, I don't know why he's acting like this is some like his big move. She was like, this was my idea.
It's also like
a few episodes ago, like he's like, I don't want people to respect me. I want them to fear me. Which is like
that was an insane.
He also said a few episodes. He said it a few episodes ago. I can't get rid of Daniela. She's a shield. Andy is what I would call an unreliable narrator in that he says things that are strategically sound, but what he's going to do is not going to align with that necessarily because that's not what he's thinking about. You're right, Jay, in that he's not really playing to win. He's playing to be exciting. But he's still going to talk strategically. So you're just like, so you know this is a bad idea, but you're deluding yourself.
I think also he changes his mind on a dime. Like, oh, this is exciting. Let me do this. This is fun. Let me go this way. And like Courtney said, and Katie, you've obviously met on many times. By the way, Jay and Katie and Andy, Katie.
Who are you?
Yes. All of us were in Alpha Kappa Psi together, a fraternity. So I don't know, that's a fun fact. But
I forgot you two were in a fraternity, and that is still a funny thing of like.
Well, he's my little. That's how you met.
No, you and Katie. Sorry.
Yes. Well,
because
I
were
me and Jay were also RAs in the same like community, so we like knew of each other, and then AK Psi bonded us.
And then Survivor kind of tore us apart, and now we're friends.
I mean, we were never like close at AK Psi either. I think we were like in different families or whatever. So
Survivor tore us apart. No, I wouldn't say we were close anyways.
You do, actually.
Well, I was just saying, I feel like saying we're in the fraternity like makes it sound like we were like close and like friends before, but it's like we were in some classes, but we're not like close. And like I'm pretty sure as soon as we started the game, I just like I caught wind of like he doesn't want to work with me. So I was
it's very clearly Jay
before the game started, because I heard the day like 2 days before that you were playing, and I was like, fuck, I do not want her to play. She's so good.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you made it very clear you did not want her to be in the game.
That was the intention. But those of us who know Andy, he's so incredibly personable. And even though he's like making these like incredibly stupid moves, incredibly like, here's my balls and I'm dangling them in front of you kind of moves, he's able to win these people back. He's able to like form these good connections with people. Like he's dicked over Sean twice now, and he still wins him back. But like now, you know, Sean's in a bad spot. So like, is it going to be blood, or is he going to win him back? Same with other players who, you know, feel mixed on him. But he is incredibly personable for people watching. Like he is like the best at just like making you feel good when you talk to him.
I would say Andy's biggest weakness is that he's very good getting you on board, and then he slowly whittles you down until you really just do not like him. And I think that's where Sean but I think that's what's happening with Sean. Like Sean goes scorched earth, and in this episode basically goes around and says, yeah, Andy threw this challenge. Yeah, Andy's untrustworthy. Yeah, Andy says this, that, and the other. And I think with CJ and Kate, I don't think they want to work with Andy anymore. I think that they were already uncertain about him, but now it's like they have all the reason they need to be against him. And Sean, at this point, is like, Andy's dead to me. I think Andy's great at getting people initially. He's just bad at not breaking them away from him. Like I think it's hard to rebuild that trust once you piss them off because, like, yeah, at that point, why should I trust you? You've shown me who you are. And I think given what we know now of like where they were voting, clearly it wasn't going to work out for him. I mean, it would have, but you know, in any case, how do we feel about Sean's scorched earth? I was like, yes, you should do this. It's very clear.
Yeah, I was like,
about damn time.
Yes, exactly. Like Sean finally fucking like wake up challenge, and he actually did. Like he stopped falling for Andy's shit because yeah, he said it to his face. Like you've been dicking me around this whole game. Like why are you not just voting me out? You clearly don't want to work with me. Like you haven't been doing anything with me this whole time. Like what are we doing here? And Andy's just like, oh, hee hee. Like, we're just having a funny, silly, like, will they, won't they thing. But Sean's like, no, they won't. That's what it is. And I love that he finally went scorched earth, that he finally, like, he did an Andy exposed party. What pissed me off, though, is that CJ talked such a big game last episode about, like, oh, if I find out he threw the challenge, I'm going to be so pissed, like, blah, blah, blah. I want to see pissed CJ. I haven't seen that at all. Like, he told CJ, and CJ was just like, yeah, I guess Andy did throw the challenge.
No, that is pissed. No, that's pissed CJ.
Like that was like I saw no emotion there. And even then he was like, I guess I would probably want to vote Andy, but maybe I would want to vote Sean. I don't know. I have these options. And it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? This person's blatantly lying to you. And I guess that does speak to Andy's charm and Andy's like personability for sure. But it's like, it should be so obvious to everybody the first time that Andy fucks you over what you should be doing. But everybody's just like, oh, yeah, I guess whatever.
Any thoughts on scorched earth from either of you two? I mean, Jay, you kind of went scorched earth when you were betrayed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's when I flipped over to Katie's side for a few votes. Yeah. Listen, when people betray you, you can't just sit around and wait until you get ran over because you're going to get ran over really soon. You have to make a big move and put the game in your control. Like you have to do that. And so, you know, we don't know technically what, you know, how Sean would have handled his scorched earth, but no, you have to take control. It matters in your own hands and, you know, screw me once, period. That's it. You can't let it happen again.
That's how the saying goes.
Yeah. And in Survivor it is because the second time it's you getting ran over.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Katie, you also had sort of a scorched earth moment in season 4 after Michelle was taken out.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was gonna say if I had one piece of feedback for Sean, it's that I wish he could have held his composure a bit more because I think it just showed how hurt and frustrated he was at Andy and I guess Courtney by association. But like it showed to the point where I felt Andy would definitely know that he's going home next if they lost, which they lost. And I was like thinking about real Survivor in situations where like people get screwed over and they just kind of go like, oh, like they show they're upset, but they're kind of like, I understand, like it's a game, like let's move on, like we're in a new day, because you have to at least play along for them to think like, oh, okay, maybe we can work together. And then you kind of just steamroll them and screw them over back, you know? But you can't make it so obvious. But he was just so visibly upset, and he wears his heart on his sleeve and telling Andy everything. It's just, you screw me over, like, why don't you vote me out? And then he just pointed out season 4, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I was more livid than Sean was. I think I like screamed at them. I was like, why the fuck did you do that, Matt? Like, I called him and I was just screaming at him. So
I think part of it too, though, is that this isn't Sean's first rodeo in getting screwed over. Like, he's had that tempered reaction to Andy. He's been like, yeah, it's a game. Like why did you do this? Let's talk it out. It's a game. But like, he's been screwed over by Andy so many times in the past that this time he was finally like, are we fucking done? Like, are we done here? Are you done?
I also think
so I get it.
Andy really respects the more brutally honest you are with him. He also likes it if you are like, I'm mad at you. And I do think Sean knows that to a certain extent. And there's like a higher level of respect there. If you're more like, I'm fucking mad at you, dude. Like, I think that's how these two guys do communicate. So I will defend Sean just a little bit there. Because he knows his audience a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was smart of him to tell CJ and Kate that Andy threw the challenge. What upsets me about this whole season is that everyone just shares so much information with each other. Like, why does everyone need to know everything? Like, Donovan sharing the extra vote. Like,
oh my God, can he stop sharing?
Hold on, we'll get to Kiyoshi in a second, but yes.
Yeah, but like, you know, just everyone likes to share everything. And then like the fact that like as soon as Sean told, you know, CJ and Kate, then like the word got to Courtney and Andy's like, now like what a dick, Sean, like thanks for that. And I'm like, why is like everyone saying everything? But I think the thing I was doubtful of is like, this is good. This is very smart and wise of Sean to tell CJ and Kate that like Andy threw the challenge. But like I was still like, this is if he's willing to turn on Andy. And I didn't feel 100% confident that he was ready and going to turn on Andy, because if he speaks to Andy and Andy like genuinely apologizes and somehow wins him over, I felt like Sean would have a soft spot and be like, oh, maybe like, yeah, maybe it's not smart to like lose a number on Kosovo, whatever it is.
Kosovo.
Is it Kosovo? I'm thinking of like Kosovo. Is it Kosovo? I don't know. It's like
you're thinking of the country of Kosovo.
I know. Yes, and so every time Drew says Kosovo, I'm like, what is that?
No,
like,
it's cassava. It's a melon.
Oh, cassava. Sorry, I said Kosovo. It's because I'm thinking.
And the thing is, you texted me saying Drew says it's wrong all the time, and I went, I don't know if that's true, but
oh, it's a melon.
She's like, why is she saying Kosovo so weird?
Yoshi's from Avatar.
Wait, she's from Avatar. What the fuck are these tribe names? Who made these?
I like Kyoshi.
A melon and an avatar. Like, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, actually, the Melon Lord.
It's not Bay Squad, so we're going to take it.
That's true.
While we're talking about Kyoshi.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just looked this up. It's called a cassava melon.
So it's not even a cassava.
I'm dead. Somebody in chat is screaming that cassava is a root.
Yeah, Feather Patrina says it's a root.
Well, then why the fuck did they call...
A melon and an avatar, or a root and an avatar. Great.
And you know what? She was the Earthbender avatar, so it makes sense.
Did they name it after the root, or did they name it after the melon? I swear to God, in the first episode.
Oh, they definitely said melon in the first episode.
Okay,
really?
So it's it's spelled cassava like the root plant, but it's the way they reference it is the cassava melon. Anyways, Drew's not saying it. Drew's not saying it wrong. You're thinking of Kosovo, the nation.
Yes, I know that, but I thought that's why it was pronounced. It should be pronounced.
Okay.
Anyways, so
moving on. Let's talk
back to Sean and Andy having an on and off relationship where they're constantly fighting with each other, going, "Ugh, I hate you. You're the worst boyfriend ever." But tell me.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, what is the point? Like, you know, Andy's like, you know, hooking up with Chloe or like doing these cross-tribe connections, etc., etc. So why are you continuing to trust this man who is interconnected with everybody?
Can I make a contemporary reference for their relationship?
What?
I don't know I asked the question, but I'm going to. They're kind of heated rivalry if you think about it. They're just kind of these two guys constantly against each other, but something about them, they just can't let each other go.
Yeah, which is the breakup reference, right? Like when you're two exes. I think it was in the like next.
Exactly.
When you're
I think
broken
it's
up,
just
toxic exes.
so toxic because also like, what is Sean getting out of this relationship at all? It's truly nothing.
He's getting Andy out of it.
But like,
he's personable.
He's just taking out all of his allies one by one.
And Andy's the only ally he needs, his true ally.
Yeah, his one true ally.
And when the Andy Sean kiss happens, then what?
Is it over? Please, not the hero. Do we think that Sean and Andy are done in the game, or do we think that they will come back like Hollander and?
Well, now that I mean, well, I guess it's not
hope.
a merge next week, but like they're
no, it's not a merge. It's a mutiny.
Yeah. It's a mutiny, which is crazy. I mean, there's
only that is the fucking merge. There's only like 9 of them left.
There's 11. You forgot about Donovan and Alejandro, most likely.
I don't know. I was expecting merge, but
most likely
we had merge.
I think
left.
I think Sean should be able to get an axe, and what happens to Andy happens to Andy.
I agree fully.
Yeah, I think he's toast because the thing is, Sean has a great ally in Lily who is smart and has a strong sense of game. And she's like waking up. You can hear her gears turning with every episode.
And Lily,
so,
like,
they're back together.
Really, Lily's a little iffy on Chloe. So, and now that Chloe and Andy are like this, and everyone like, is starting. I don't, do people know yet? I don't know.
Yes.
Well, Sean told Lily, and then Lily told everybody.
Yeah, there we go.
And Andy lost Courtney, and Courtney has admitted, and I think we all know this, that Courtney's like kind of the reason Andy didn't completely sink his own game. Because she's there to be like, well, I'm going to keep these relationships, and yeah, I guess we can do this plan. But if it's just Andy, I think his worst impulses are just going to be, I mean, who is he going to use as a sounding board? Chloe? And they are both incredibly good players. They are not conservative in how they approach the game. Like, if Andy approached Chloe with, here's what I would do, Chloe would say, can you also just go up to them and punch them in the face? Like, that's how it would go. It's
but
like,
if they got their way, it would be so entertaining because those two are so fun. I mean, Chloe, let me say, this is a Chloe light episode, which is very tragic.
Yes,
but
agreed.
Chloe is the heavens open up and there's Chloe like from the sky of like reality TV characters. She is so incredible to watch. I'm obsessed with her. I'm in love with her. I don't know. She's just so lovely and fun and unpredictable. And like, you just like lean in and you're like, say more. I'm so obsessed with you. So I just want to give Chloe all her props. I mean, the whole cast is really, really exciting. But she just she's not allowed to leave this season. Like, she's just so great.
She's great. She reminds me of Sage from the current season, where like in the beginning they just seem like, what is happening? Like, do they know how this game works? And then later you're like, wow, they're actually like really smart and knows what's happening and knows how to like work people. And she seems to like not be that emotional. Like she like can be and like give people but she's also like willing to cut you. The way she was like, yeah, I'll get rid of Lily because she can't stay very long if Sean's here. That kind of
and
thing.
now she's like reeling in Donovan and hanging out with him. Like, I was
another one Donovan on lock now.
Of Chloe's reeling in. Like, it's so great.
She's good.
Like,
let's talk about Kyoshi. Donovan has an ounce of power. And the first thing he does with it is give it all to Chloe.
You know what's so funny to me is that you could see what happened in that meeting because it's set up and there's shot glasses and limes right there. And I was like, oh my God, yeah. Like right in the foreground with Chloe and Donovan. There's just the meeting set up. And the phone is set up and there's 3 shot glasses and like used limes, like cut up limes right there. And I was like, okay. So I see what just happened here. but it was like, I don't, he loves to say everything always, which we know about Donovan since the swap. What I loved is he was like, when he was talking with Lily and he was like, I just don't know what's going on Cassava anymore. And I was like, buddy, you never did. Like when did you know?
Yeah.
I was just obsessed with how every meeting that he had, I don't know, he had like 4 of them this episode. And he's like, so remember how I got $1? It's not in there. It was also an extra vote. It's like
theater.
Oh my God. Okay, great. There's a tie. You can break it. But like, it's an extra vote. Like, it's not that powerful. He was delivering it like it was a steal vote.
He also doesn't have enough knowledge in the game to like, make it useful. So I guess that's a good thing about telling people is that like he needs intel to know how to use it well.
I mean, it really just feels like he's telling people and they're going to go, I think we should vote out him because he has the extra vote.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? Frankly, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Kyoshi is such an interesting tribe in that I'm starting to get a little tired of the Pascal side. Like they're just kind of really not giving much. I love we have the Pascal moment is so funny of Pascal being like, I read this book and it's
my God.
It's such a return to who Pascal is. And it's like, Jesus Christ. Let's talk about how to talk to people. Here's the scientific way.
He's doing well this season. Like I think that's
very
great.
well.
He's also able to lay low now that there's this Andy Sean feud, and I'm like, oh, I'm rooting for him. Make it a few more rounds, you know.
But it's incredible. He just says, "Here's how you scientifically talk to people," and it's like, girl, whatever. Sure, fucking sure.
But we saw it working with Alejandro.
Yeah. Oh my God!
Like this
incubation phase.
No, like, okay, I don't know him as well as, you know, Anders and Katie. Like, does he actually think like this, or is it just like fun confessional banter?
No, this is what he thinks.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was fun.
Season 4 made it look like I was a lot closer to him than I really was. I feel like I was pretty much a game bot, and like I don't know, I don't think I was that close to him. But season 4 made it seem like we were like besties, like locked in.
That's what I thought.
So I actually was very curious how he would play in future seasons because I feel like us working together and being swing votes really helped us in season 4. But if I'm being very frank, I don't know how strong of a player Alex is on his own because like I haven't found him to be the most strategic or social player. Like, you know, he was kind of toast in like the White Tribe before in season 4 too. So yeah, it's been interesting to see like how much like I haven't seen that much. Like I know in All Stars like something happened and it was like not great, but
yeah, he got cut immediately.
Yeah, so
that kind of like confirmed my thought about him like as a player. But then now he's like doing decent, but everyone has him on this like pedestal because he's a returner. And I'm just like, interesting. But
I think the strength of Pascal this season has been in a world where so many people are just like chaotic and all over the place. He's been incredibly stalwart, steady, focused, and like reasonable to talk to. Like even if he's still Pascal and talking to him, he's like, so I read this book. Communication sort of has 3 steps to it. You're like, okay, bet you read a book on how to talk. But it's like he'll talk to you about strategy, and it's just like, yeah, you sound logical and sound. I guess it's better than like the 100 chimps screaming in my ear that is Andy sometimes.
Yeah.
I just felt like he plays like I love Pascal, but I felt like from the edit, it looks like he plays a bit too passive, like as a returner and knowing how much like people are afraid of him. Like he just doesn't seem to be playing that hard. I'm surprised he's not making more one-on-one connections. It feels like he's sitting very comfortable in that 4 alliance with like Jenny and Chloe and CJ. And like CJ is also a passive player. So and Jenny seems kind of like a passive player. So
I don't get like the vibe that Kate and Taylor are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the Pascal side when, you know, we're all together. I don't get that vibe from those ladies. Just because
Taylor literally said she wants Pascal gone at merge.
That's why I'm like, why aren't you working them harder? Like, why aren't you trying to build these more?
I mean, he's pulling in Alejandro, which is what we saw this episode.
Yeah, but
does the way he communicate to him, like I don't know, that was the right thing I would have said to Alejandro. I don't know. Alejandro doesn't.
You can say anything to Alejandro. He talks to 2 people, and that's all he's gonna do.
Like a Sam vibe.
I disagree with this statement because I think building relationships is the name of the game, and Chloe still has been doing that. They've been winning, and I mean, god damn it, Chloe is so good. Like she's got Donovan on her side. The only people that are really anti-Chloe at this moment are Lily. Because of all of that. And then I think Taylor is starting to become like a little bit wary of
because she got close with Lily. Yeah.
But it's like Chloe, I think the issue is Pascal is he's someone who understood, like he early on set up himself in Kyoshi and has not felt the need to do anything outside of it. And like come merge, he'll probably have a good amount of numbers. But we've talked about this before. I don't think that with everything else going on that he can just continue on. I think Andy and Sean will come together at the merge to get rid of Pascal just to like stop that domination.
Yeah.
Well, and he's not doing enough to prove like, oh, I'd work with you. Like the best kind of majority alliances that run the game have other splinter alliances that believe that they will make it further. And he's not doing that. But I want to talk a little bit about the Taylor and Kate of it all. First of all, love Taylor, still my winner pick. She expressed the exact dynamics of the game. She said, yeah, here's what I think the dynamics are. And she was right, which is not something we hear from fucking Donovan or CJ. It's like, she's saying, this is what the game is, and this is where we're at, and this is what we need to do. And it's like, this is the Taylor I want to see. I wish we got more Taylor, but we're understanding where her relationships are. We understand that she and Kate are recognizing, and frankly, Kate's being told exactly what her situation is when the other tribe's going, yeah, we fucking hate Kate and CJ.
Yeah.
But it's like they have a lay of the land. They're getting close to Lily. I think they'll be close to Sean.
Very good position.
Well, they just need to take down Pascal, really. Because once Pascal's gone, Jenny and Chloe and CJ and Alejandro are just sort of not, well, Chloe not really, but everyone else just sort of sitting there going, well, want to play Catan?
Also, I think Kate, I don't know if anyone said this. She is an amazing confessionalist. Like she is so funny. She delivers everything so. This episode is like when I really saw it. Like, well, I saw a few episodes, but she's a star. She's so funny. Her delivery is amazing, and I think she's an incredible position. And she's hilarious. So, yeah, I just want to give kudos for good confessionals.
I think I loved when Taylor was going through everything and they were doing the graphic, and then she didn't mention Alejandro at all, and his face just popped up in the corner, which was
and that's when I was reminded he's still in the game. I
know.
It's because of Jenny.
It's because of Jenny. Jenny says, I don't know why I defend. She is the number one Alejandro fan, and I think that's so funny.
Jenny is also like, Jenny and Alejandro are like comedic moments of the season for me. Like small little, like Jenny in the gym, like, or not the gym, like in the apartment, like playing baseball with a baguette, or like, like they were like doing push-ups on each other's backs. Like she's just very, very funny. And then her like her random side quest of like, let me keep in this non-player who I am not close with, who I do not have a relationship with. It's very funny.
At least build a relationship so that you
can
use it for the swing vote or something.
Even know like, oh, this girl like is protecting me. Like it's just so funny.
They both just seem like absent seniors. Like they like live off campus. They just are not really around, and
I don't think
they show up for what they need to. I mean, actually, Alejandro doesn't even show up sometimes, apparently, like to vote.
He's too busy DJing.
Yeah, I also wrote that I love Kate. I feel so like sad that she's like kind of on the short end of the stick, because you can hear and feel the passion from her when she busting her ass in these challenges only to have people throw them or just lose. She got all 3 of her questions right in that, what is it, newlywed
game.
I think even after F3, I texted Anders and Jay. I was like, I love Kate. I hope she doesn't get screwed. And I at the time after episode 3, I said like, I think Lily's the smarter, more strategic version of Sean, and Sean's a golden retriever. Sean has gone slowly down my likability like list, or like, I don't know, meter, because
so fun to watch though.
Amazing, but it's just like less in terms of like the strategic aspect. I'm getting like more and more disappointed. So, and I love to see Lily like killing it. I just like need them to have more power, or like, you know, find a way. But yeah, I am loving Kate. She's my favorite player, and I'm surprised, Anders, that you said that Taylor's your winner pick. Actually, I think she's like a dark horse. She kind of reminds me of like Micah, but like I don't see her winning. I feel like she's too quiet of a player that she.
I think a louder voice, like Kate, would be more likely.
Yeah, like in a Kate and Taylor duo, like Kate will definitely win more votes.
For sure.
Just she has to get to the end. But then I also am afraid that because Kate's at the minority, she ends up in a like Michelle type situation in CBS Survivor, where it's like you make it to the end, but you can't say you did a lot because like you were aware of what was going on, but you didn't have much control. So there's not a whole lot.
I think up to this point, we haven't seen anybody really have that much control other than Andy and Courtney. Like outside of that, because Kyoshi hasn't really been a tribal, so there's not much to speak to there. And so
the tribals they went to were like, hey, you're the two most difficult people on the tribe. Who do we kill first?
Exactly. So it's like, I think that there's just less to say over there. There's nobody really to have had any agency. And then she swapped into a minority, went to tribal a couple times. Like, she did suggest the Daniela vote. Is she the reason it happened? No. But like, is it what she wanted at the end of the day? I think she could try to say that. But it's like, up to this point, this is why it's like nobody at Final Tribal, nobody wants you to talk about pre-merge, right? Like nobody gives a shit about anything that happened pre-merge. So it's like, we're at this point. Andy's the only one, now that Courtney's gone, the only one that can say at this point, I've done all of this, I've had all this control. Andy's not going to be sitting at Final Tribal. I would be shocked if he is. But like, I said all these things last season and, we know what happened. But but I'm even more shocked if Andy made it to Final Tribal at this point, especially now that Courtney's gone. So... He does have an idol. Yeah. But I think
he has Chloe, who can pull in everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where like Chloe starts to sever ties with people because it seems like she's very well connected with a lot of people and she's going to start pissing people off.
I think that's going to be really interesting.
What'd you say?
I think that I agree. I think it's going to be very interesting, like where
it's going to be soon. And I just wonder if she will crumble once she like cuts someone and then like someone calls her out and says like, you're heartless, like you're terrible. And then she'll feel like, oh my God, is this like me or is this just like game? You know what I mean?
I think she likes power. Like, I think just like Andy, like they're both power hungry and they'll just do anything for like, oh my God, that rush of I'm in charge here. I mean,
I think in the same way.
Yeah.
The same way that you said, Andy wants to be feared, not loved or whatever. Chloe said she doesn't really care about winning. She wants to make relationships. And that's where that whole like conflict between her and Andy came out is like, she was just making a connection with Andy, but also playing the game, but they weren't connected in that way. So Andy couldn't separate the two, and that's where the conflict comes.
Yeah, this is where I feel like Jay, like you said, you feel like Chloe and Andy both want power, but I think they're different in the sense that like you and me, Jay, like you were able to be close to someone like Miranda and then cut her and be like, yeah, happy birthday, bitch. And then like you're fine.
She betrayed me.
Yeah, but you're like, it's a game, right? And you were not like, oh, this is like, I'm a bad person because of it.
What,
like,
Andrew? She did.
But no, it's funny to be like, yeah, she betrayed me. So I said something really mean to her on her birthday. And
okay,
actually,
I said something to her for TV reasons. And I wanted to burn jury votes.
No, but like, anyway, the analogy I'm making is that Andy is more like you, where you're like, you're both like more game focused. So like, if you make a heartless decision, you're like, oh, but it was game. Like, I'll make up for it later. But like, I feel like Chloe is like more like me, where it's like you cut somebody and you actually feel like really shit about it. And then it makes you question all your life choices and your person, like your character. You know what I mean? So I think that will happen to Chloe because of like the way she handled the whole like comment about her sex appeal and the whole like how she was shaping up her MO. So I think she will have a moment where like she has to cut Andy or she has to cut like, someone she's close to like Donovan, and then she's gonna feel like really bad about her game.
I don't think she'll cut Andy. I mean, they're like
but I mean like she's gonna
they're showmans, at this point. Also,
but I don't think that to me, she's not connecting that social element to her strategic element. Like, she trusts Andy, but she's not going to give up everything. Like, Chloe is someone who I think could cut Andy on the basis of, well, it was what made the most sense. I don't think that she's going to lead it, but I think that she'll partake in it. But I think, Katie, you have a great read on that. I do think Andy will never feel regret for making a betrayal. Frankly, if he isn't, he'll feel regret. Chloe will, I think, have more of an emotional reaction, and that will be interesting. I'm excited to see, number one, will Sean and Lily ever get a chance to have power again, and what will that look like? And what will it look like when Kate and Taylor, will they ever have power? Or are they just going to be the two people being like, here's the game, anyone want to help us? Or are you just going to, like, fuck around and be like, these two fucking losers over here to our faces some more?
Kate and Taylor, you said?
Kate and Taylor, yeah.
Oh yeah. I know they're getting a passive edit, and I want to see them like do something, like pull in all the like like the pairs, like the Donovans, the Alejandros, and then be like, yo, let's like get together and vote.
Alejandro's crazy. Nobody's pulling in Alejandro. He won't meet with anybody.
The power is like you're not getting the power from Andy, so like you gotta pull like other people in that are all on the bottom and be like, you gotta like find a common enemy. That's exactly what Andy's doing is Pascal. He keeps making like Pascal this really powerful giant, this huge strategic threat, but like in reality, like that's Andy. You know what I mean?
I love the graphic that was put on today. This episode, it was like Andy versus Pascal versus, was it Sean versus someone else?
Oh yeah.
CJ.
Like CJ. It was like, these are the battles of the Power Four men.
And I did want to talk about that because it was very much survivor sexism. I think is happening a lot here in terms of
like the Courtney Andy too.
Yes, because Courtney should be up there in terms of having a bunch of power. Chloe should be up there in terms of having a bunch of power. Like these are obvious. These are people that are playing hard and are obviously playing hard, but nobody wants to bring it up because they haven't pissed anybody off or whatever. But I think a part of it is the survivor sexism of it all, but also like. Why is CJ up there in the threats? Just because he's close to Pascal. He's done fucking nothing. Why is Sean up there in the threats? Like he's getting his Sean is getting spanked at every turn. Like what is he doing up there? I don't understand what
is relevant. He has clout. Like he's got
but it's like it's a narrative. No, exactly. But it's just like it's the narrative that people are spinning, like literally in Catan. But like,
who is other Katrina? Who is this?
Face value, Kate and CJ have pretty much played the exact same game to this point, right? Like obviously inadvertently, whatever. But it's like it is so just survivor sexism and like people, and it is coming from this narrative that like Andy is creating because it benefits him. Because he's like, I need to put myself up against, I need to make other shields because I know I'm the biggest personality out here. I know I'm the biggest player out here. So I need to create other shields. And I think that's what he's doing. And I think he's doing it very successfully. But it does upset me a bit in terms of the like, these aren't actual threats, but that's the narrative in the game, which is what's making them threats.
But I think what's interesting is the show doesn't say that. It shows it, but doesn't say that. We, as an audience, I think, recognize the strongest players in this game are Courtney, Chloe, and Lily. Like, Lily is, no offense to Sean, I think Sean has unfortunately just been in a position where he hasn't really had any power. Lily's the one making more solid connections by virtue of not being at Tribal, and also, like, I think getting the sexism also benefiting her of, like, people downplay any sort of threat because, she's a little freshman girl. So, like, I think Taylor even mentions in this episode, like, I just feel really, like, good around her and really safe, whatever. I think that Courtney is the one that's been more measured and controlling Andy and, like, tempering him. And then Chloe, everyone is Chloe's friend. I think those are the strongest players. But, yes, the fact that this episode shows a graphic of Pascal, CJ, Sean, and Andy, it's like, that's who we're hearing from a lot. But I would never say that they're playing the best games.
Who is the one who said it, though? Like, who in confessional was describing that?
Andy led off the episode saying it. Right, that's what I'm saying. But then I think it was I think that graphic was from somebody else's confessional. But like Andy did lead off the episode saying, who was
describing it though? Who was describing it?
I don't remember.
I think it was after Taylor's discussion of like what the dynamics are. But I don't think Taylor said like, these are the people like controlling. I think Taylor was saying,
I don't. The pairs. Here's like the pairs.
Taylor didn't say the men are controlling it. She was just pointing out like, this is Pascal's group. Fair. This is Andy and Courtney.
No, because that was a different graphic.
Donovan said it according to someone.
Oh, then who gives a fuck about what Donovan said?
That's his perspective, which is sad and interesting. But
it's also but that means it. And here's the thing: and if Donovan is saying it, that means that it is the narrative that's permeating. Because Donovan is not forming his own thoughts. So
I think Chloe and Lily and Courtney are very much so, and Kate are power players.
Like we talked about this last time with the confessionals and like who's getting the most and whatnot. The fact that it's Sean and Andy getting the most confessionals. It's like, yeah, but that's because they're always going to Tribal, and so they just have to talk. But it's like the fact that, characters like CJ have more than Courtney are just like, well, that is crazy. The idea that Taylor has barely more than Donovan, it's like, why don't you kill me? Why don't you just shoot me in the fucking face at that point? Like, no offense. What have they done to earn any of these confessionals?
Yeah. No, that's insane. That's terrifying to me. I'm not gonna lie. That terrifies me.
Yeah,
he's probably secretly very smart, though.
I don't think no one's saying he's
also an EMT.
When he was dogs out on in his meeting with Pascal, I was like, can we put some?
Can I be honest?
On?
I wasn't paying attention to his feet.
I didn't see that. I didn't either.
They were very.
Everyone's looking at those delicious dogs.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Sure.
And I don't know if I want to see it again.
Yeah. Hey, do you have a time code for that, Erin? Anyone want
to no, sure. Let's do it. Yeah.
No, but I think that graphic is crazy, and the fact that Donovan believes it, it's like, I do think that if the end result of the season is we as an audience go, well, this person shouldn't have won, and I think it was sexism that helped it, that will suck. But I do think it is, unfortunately, a reality of any sort of social dynamic game where social dynamics in the real world come into play. It's just, I think what I appreciate, this edit has not shown that to us. What it has shown is these are competent players. Right. And we as an audience, at the end of the day, no offense to two winners in here, the person who wins isn't necessarily the best player. And I think edits reflect gameplay as well as story. I think both of you had incredible stories and played really good games. Would I say you played the best game your season? No,
Katie did.
I probably wouldn't.
I did not, but Katie played the best. Both seasons she played.
Yeah, I was gonna say she played the best on your season too.
For sure.
Clearly not. The votes did not say so,
but that's the thing. I think on so many levels, votes are also reflections of so much more than just gameplay.
Yeah.
And if like it was a situation Sean versus Lily and Sean wins, I'm not saying Sean doesn't deserve to win if he gets to the end. I'm saying if it's Sean versus Lily right now and Sean wins, that to me is, well, that's incredibly fucked up, and you're just downplaying Lily's accomplishments.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will look like
you
that.
have to change the narrative. You have to change the narrative if it's not in your favor.
Even I think when you said Courtney's like a top 3, I was like, Courtney only wins if she cuts Andy like at the end,
which is insane.
And if she plays that idol for him this time, then like she's already like so low on that list. Like she has to work her way to prove that like she's here to win and not just like a nice girl. You know what I mean?
And the good thing about Courtney though is like someone would have taken out Andy if those two are still together. Like he would have gone by the wayside and Courtney would have continued to the final 3, in my opinion.
Well, there's also, if Chloe gets to the end, do people, judge her for all the relationships she made and go, well, I think you were manipulating us or using your sex or whatever.
Like
I think that's also something that could affect Chloe in a way that it would not reflect a man in the same way. Like I think Chloe's already said it's she doesn't love and other people have commented they don't love the way that people are talking about Chloe, and it's like, yeah, you know what? God forbid someone in college have sex with another person, and God forbid they're social. Like, God forbid they be beautiful. But punish beautiful people, why don't you?
She's so funny. She's so funny. I love the scene when she was. It was funny seeing the girls and guys wrestle one-on-one and just pinning each other down like that. I was like, wow, I love to see that.
I wouldn't call that challenge funny.
No,
yeah, should we have done that?
Well, I mean, it was funny just to see the one-on-one co-ed, they were just holding each other down. Yes, and she was like, "I bet you'd be great in bed." I'm like, "Wow,
iconic."
That was awesome.
Oh, that was so iconic.
I wish I had that kind of wit in life. Damn, can you just be born with that? I guess she must have. Genetics. Wit is definitely genetics. No?
I don't know if I agree with that.
I also really like Sean and Lily. They're super fun. Their dynamic is very interesting. They kind of have.
Lily had a great comment this episode. Sorry.
Yes, I wanted to bring that up. The showman.
Well, but
how are they still
I'd like to be social, and Sean's so strategy. She's
yes.
I kind of didn't want to do strategy right now. I think that goes back to what Courtney said initially in her interview, where she's like, yeah, I wasn't that personally close to Sean. It's Lily is doing the heavy lifting socially, and
Yeah.
Sean's just sort of a game bot, but as evidenced by the votes, not even that successful of a game bot right now.
Well, I think it's because it like speaks to the cast of this season, and like what Courtney was saying was like, oh, we were hanging out all the time, and it's like so many of these people were playing the game just like as a game and not kind of like letting it infiltrate their life, right? Like they weren't like, because when I played College Survivor, it was like we weren't meeting up unless we were talking strategy. Like, you know, we would go to a party, but it's like there's videos at that party, right? Like there's people talking strategy while people are taking a piss at the party. Like that's
goodness.
Yeah, like that's so I think it just speaks to like so much of this cast were like trying to have separation and like successfully having that separation and wanting to, you know, just I guess be friends outside of it, and then we'll go into the game later. Like we'll have our game specific events, whatever. And Sean was just like, I'm here to play the game, you know, which like
I don't get that. How do you be friends with someone when like you like them and they are like just trying to play the game? I feel like
right. Well, but I think it's like I think it's so different of like those things usually just kind of blend together, and you become friends with the person that you're hanging out with, and you're like, oh yeah, we'll talk some strategy, but then we'll also have some non-strategy talk. Obviously, like we'll hang out, blah blah blah. But like we're setting up this meeting, we're hanging out to meet up and to talk game, and then also to hang out, like whatever. And I think that's probably more how Sean sees it. Like I don't think he's out there like, oh, these are all like chess pieces on my board, and like I have no emotional connection to them, because he clearly cares for these people. Like he clearly likes Lily, he clearly likes Courtney. Like I think he clearly is invested in that way. But he's also like, yeah, I'm here to play a game. Like if we're gonna hang out, yeah, I want to talk strategy because I'm invested in this game, and that's what I'm here to do, which I totally get.
In survival mindset, like he's had to continue to fight, and like every chance he gets, he probably wants to get something out of it. Whereas, no offense, like the other people on Kyoshi have just sort of been chilling, so they have more time to be social. Like he has been through the ringer, so it's like I need to talk strategy.
Which is so sad because it was partially planned the way they threw the challenge, because they were worried about Lily going first on Kyoshi.
Wait, was it Sean's idea? Because Andy said
was.
I don't remember.
Yeah. The challenge.
Okay.
It was, but he totally pinned it on Andy this episode, which like,
and as he should.
Andy did.
Andy did throw it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Wait, so
I love when Kate's like, I knew it.
They didn't know it. They were fully huddling.
No, I mean like her.
No, Kate was like, "What the fuck, Andy?"
It hurt her shoulder, right?
Her shoulder.
Yes, it was such a bad throw.
Yelled. I would have been pissed if someone did that to me. Like, and they were in the front. I'd be like, you better pick that shit up. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's just a piece of wood and like a cinder block. Like,
okay. Also, it was misleading because in the beginning of the challenge, I love that they show the like video of them like kind of like the Survivor Dream Team. Did you see the bolo toss one? I was amazed.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, the fact that they put that in, that was amazing. But anyway, when they showed it, they showed like 5 cinder blocks like next to each other. It looked heavy as hell. And then when they actually did it, it was just 1 cinder block on wooden plank. And I was like, wait, what? They're gonna run for
5 pounds each. Like it's nothing.
Yeah, with like 6 people on it or like 5 people. I was like, what? They're gonna this is gonna be so tiring. It's a stamina game.
Yeah. Yes, that's the challenge.
With Lily and Sean, we learned this episode in Lily's confessional that their showmance is over, and we can make inferences to what that means. But I am curious to see like how that impacts their relationship, because they're very close, probably number ones to each other in the game. But like, how does that impact? It's rare, I think, in reality TV to like see like a quote unquote, you know, showmance breakup, but they're still allies. So it's kind of interesting to see how that will move forward in the game.
I thought it was interesting that Sean was he seemed like confused that Lily was his number one when he was saying it this episode. He was like, yeah, I guess Lily's my closest ally. It's like, yeah, what do you think has been happening this whole fucking time, my guy? Like, what do you mean you guess? Like, what do you mean I think?
He's just a golden retriever. He's just like there for a good time. You know what I mean? Like,
for real.
So
like the fact that he's vibing with like Chloe and then Lily, and I feel like they're very different. Like, it's just like, you know, like, I don't know, like what you're just vibing. Like, you're just there chilling, you know? But I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, you want people to be on your side. You want people to like you so they don't want to vote you out. But I think it's a challenge because when he keeps telling Lily, like, you should trust Chloe, like, it's okay, like, it's fine, then that's going to rub her the wrong way over time because it's like, listen, you don't got a good read of this game, and I'm going to be so I'm not going to stick my neck out over here.
Imagine you're trying to figure out the complex dynamics of your tribe, how you can survive, and some dumb bitch who keeps getting on the wrong side of the vote keeps coming to you and go, you should trust Chloe. It's like, why don't you figure your shit out, bitch?
Why don't you be on the right side of a vote for once, buddy?
Yeah.
How about that?
Hey, if you don't want to hook up, get the fuck out of my apartment. Like, I don't want to hear you chirping in my ear about Chloe. She is not my friend. It's truly like, I can't.
I'm curious how it affected their post-game friendships, if at all. Like, if it got awkward or like, because when you vote people out, it can get like very feisty or just tense. Because it can be personal.
Oh, why did that happen to you?
It's like fun. They seem like Did you say?
Oh, did that happen to you?
Oh yeah, maybe for like 7 years, no talking.
But
you and Jay are still friends, so I'm glad that
they are. They're all friends. Are you sure?
No, Anders said you and me are now friends.
Oh yeah, we're friends. We're homies.
Yeah, you and I were closer after the season.
Jay and I were never like super like. Again, super tight. We were like enemies in the game, but like it was never like.
No, I know. You were never friends before the game, and now you are friends.
We're actually closer now, I would say.
We get dinner, we go to the park, we film Katie's audition video for Survivor. We hang out. Erin and I hang out as well.
Your cookies for Santa.
Oh, we plugged this before the end. Erin and I did Cookies for Santa. Which is a YouTube series, 8 episodes. Each one gets more chaotic than the next. It's called on YouTube. It's called
Holiday Reality Games. Yeah,
Holiday Reality Games. It's a fun watch if you want to see Erin and I's feud continue.
And once again, almost entirely through Jay's perspective, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna start a problem, and then being like, why is everyone against me?
I did. First thing I said was I threw Erin under the bus, and then, but you know what? Well, actually, I don't want to spoil anything, but we're there for.
All I'll say is sometimes you place the rake right in front of you as you step on it, and then you do it 100 more times. And then
because like Andy, I want to make interesting TV. I want to be a fun.
And you say it several times.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's talk about the mutiny. So the mutiny is coming up, and now here's the complicated thing. I don't think they prepared it all like season 8 did, where Jay went, where you all knew the mutiny was happening, and Jay went, "Hey, every newbie should come over here," and then they all marched to their death.
Dude, that's
that was one of the most impressive things I did that season.
My favorite moment of that is Katie right after screaming and going, "This isn't fucking fair!"
Well, because you made us do the challenge more than once,
and then we did the challenge, and we had to redo it, and then you really got mad, like, what the fuck? So they're allowed to mutiny, and then they get a second chance, like, we fucking blah blah blah.
But horrible day. It was like thunderstorming, I think, too. That was
that was just in your mind.
That was in your mind.
I feel like, and there was a thunderstorm. Nightmare. What'd you say?
We were crawling on the ground. I don't remember it being wet.
I don't know, but you guys, I had night sweats.
It did not rain.
Freaking semester. I was having
that day worked out for you.
I was waking up at 5 a.m. like thinking about this game. It was fucking crazy. Like I did not have a life outside of Survivor, and I have a feeling that's the case in this season too. You know what I do really appreciate in this season is that I feel like people. Wait, what?
Nothing. Say it.
I really like that people value like strong players because I admit I am a petty ass player. I will keep the goats in the end and I want to win next to goats. The fact that Courtney said she would take Andy to the end, to hear that like Andy wants to work with like, people based on if he thinks they're strong players like Kate or like, later CJ, he's like, oh, like I respect him. I think he's a good player, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wow, shocking. If I saw someone like Kate and thought, like, she's great, she's cunning, like Faith, like, I would be like, no, you're out. Like, why would I want to compete with somebody that I think is a good player that would threaten me? Like, Kate obviously now wants to go for Andy. Like, why would you try to, like, keep somebody in the game that has a smart head on their shoulders, But I respect that they all, like strong game players and that they want to make it far because it makes for a great season, I think.
Oh, for sure.
A lot of likable players.
And that's what we had our season. Like you and I both wanted goats in the end, but you and me and Eric sat next to each other, like the three biggest players. So
but we did have goats still, like towards even like till merge and till like final 5.
You tried. It was it truly was, you both wanted goats. There was just somehow you couldn't get it to happen.
somehow we both, I don't know, it was great. I don't know. It was exciting.
Well, we had Morgan and Sam. I mean,
Yeah, and you couldn't
and then
take
she
Morgan to
quit
the
for
end.
you.
No, like I said, you both wanted goats in the end. You just couldn't get it to happen because they were not both together.
yeah.
Okay, so the mutiny. Going back to that, they don't have any time to plan it. What do we think the fuck? Like, I feel like Lily wants to jump ship, but she doesn't want to go over there to where Sean's unhappy.
I think Andy needs to jump ship. He's like toast over there in the group of 5. Like with
it's like who?
But he's an idol now, and it's a group
does
of
it?
4.
Yeah, I guess I feel like if Andy like leaves, I feel like everyone will like leave too, and then it'll end up being like kind of the same tribe setup, except like maybe 1 or 2 other people.
What if they accidentally merge? What if only Kerr and Cassava steps forward, and then they all join the other tribe? What happens then?
Here's what I do think will happen. There will be a mutiny. They switch sides, and then Drew will go, okay, drop your buffs.
Oh, that'd be
You
fun.
think it's a fake? You think it's a fake?
That would be
mutiny?
interesting.
Just because saying that it is 11 people, it's like, yeah, I mean, like,
I know.
it would be funny to do that, and
yeah, and then if you tribe swap, it'd be 6-5, and they'd have to sit someone out anyway.
But Erin, the rules that Anders did in our season, if like the tribes were a certain level of unfairness, or everyone was on one tribe, there would be a tribe swap, like a random tribe swap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was McQuad came to me each individually and went, so what if we all go? I went, then it'll be random. And they went, no, we can't have that.
So stupid.
What was it? McQuad.
Yeah, I just did it. McQuad.
So stupid.
I knew too much. I should have revealed it all at Final Tribal.
You did. You spoke for 3 hours.
Yeah, but I didn't say anything I knew about McQuad or creepy crawlers or any of that shit because I was like so traumatized by the whole like thing with Tony at the time.
Oh,
look!
It was also his birthday at Final Tribal, and I like baked him cupcakes, and I was just like feeling.
I remember that.
Yeah, and he didn't even like look me in the eye. He just like turned a cold shoulder, just like bye.
Well, he's a bitter player. A bitter
yeah,
player.
on the past. It's okay. I've grown from it.
Okay, so mutiny.
I love how we keep divergence.
I feel like what? Sorry.
No. Like that was my fault too. Sorry.
We've been trying to talk about the mutiny for 10 minutes. I think Sean and Lily might try and reunite. I think Andy and Chloe might try and reunite somehow.
Here's what scares me is I think in the preview, Sean looks at Andy like they want to do something together. And I'm like, that's not the person you should be looking at, my guy.
No, he's probably looking to see like if he crosses over first. If not,
no, I think it was like my read was that it was like a look of like, should we?
They're gonna kiss. They're gonna kiss.
That would be listen. I would be here for that.
I mean, if they went over together, it'd be good. Although he doesn't know that Andy has an idol.
Yeah, but there's only 2 people on their tribe, so that wouldn't work.
Wait, but mutiny means both people can go either direction, right? It's not like only one tribe can move.
Yeah,
but
like
I wonder if Taylor goes over to try and be with Kate.
Oh,
that might happen.
That's another pair. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Donovan's
closest. You also don't want to be on a tribe with like only your allies, because then you have to vote one of them out.
Well, Kate and Taylor would just kill CJ.
That was the flaw of season 8. We basically made it so we're all on a tribe with our allies when we mutinied, and then we didn't really think of, okay, well, what if we lose?
Yeah, your mutiny plan was bad because when you lost, it was like, all right, we're getting rid of a newbie, and then you all realized, oh, we might split the tribe in trying to not get rid of Sam.
Who'd we get rid of?
Jess.
That was so sad. Yeah. That didn't work out. But anyways.
I mean, but I do think like what's hard about this mutiny is like, does Lily come over to Sean? Does Sean go over to Lily? Does Taylor go over to Kate? Does Kate go over to Taylor? Who's going to terrible Cassava?
No one wants to hang out with Pascal.
No one should.
Their crew.
Yeah.
I mean, is it like once you step forward, you have to go to the other side? Like you can't like go back.
You can't step backwards, right?
I don't know. In our rules, no, you couldn't step backward. Otherwise, it's like, what's stop everyone from stepping forward and then stepping back? It would be too logistically annoying too if it's like you step forward and then someone you didn't like step forward and go, I meant to step back. Actually, like, I don't really give a fuck.
But
It's
in
like,
ours,
you
it
can't-
was like someone used mutiny, right? Like Miranda used it, so you guys already pre-planned how you were going to step forward. Whereas, like in this case, this is random. Like nobody had any intel that was happening.
But I think the rule would be if you step forward, it's like you've rung the bell.
Right.
There is no unringing it. Like
I
you
don't
have
think
stepped.
anyone would think to leave except for people who feel in danger, which would be Andy, or like if not Andy, it would be Sean. And like on the other side, I feel like people feel pretty chill there. I mean, Lily is. I mean, she was in danger, but I feel like now she's kind of like okay. I don't know.
She might feel in danger.
I think she would flip. I think
she
she's
would.
the only one. Like Donovan would never think he's in danger. Lily would.
Yeah.
Wait, who was the other person? It's Donovan?
Donovan.
Oh, yeah, I guess Donovan has Chloe, so I don't know if he would leave.
If Lily steps forward, I could see
Yeah, I guess
Chloe
that'd be
stepping
Lily.
forward. I could see Donovan stepping forward.
I don't see Chloe stepping forward if Lily steps forward.
She didn't want to be with Lily at the
Chloe's
swap.
on the same tribe. Oh, but she's not with Andy, though.
No.
Andy could leave, then Lily goes there. And then if Cassava loses again, they're screwed because it's like Lily, Sean, Kate, CJ, right?
And then CJ just goes.
Would he? Because
Taylor and Kate are close, and Lily's close to Taylor, and then Sean will do what Lily wants.
But you don't think that Kate would try to hold on to CJ just for like having some old Kyoshi vibes, like not losing power kind of thing?
I don't think she cares about CJ at all.
Oh,
I'm sorry. What is
Outside-
this, JS? What is this comment? Eric used the mutiny.
Oh, was it?
Yes, it
I
was.
think
How
it
could
was
it not be
Miranda.
Eric who used it?
I thought it was Miranda.
No, no. Eric used the mutiny.
I have a shit memory.
It was a very big deal for him to use
No,
it.
because Eric was on your tribe and he was trying to escape.
He's trying to
and then he
escape.
came over.
And
Because he didn't play it the previous round, and that's how Mike went home.
our strategy was to get all the newbies to switch to ours so we could make it, new.
And Eric told you he was using it, so then
Why
you all
would
just
you do that?
Why did he
Anyway.
do that?
because.
Well,
I mean,
he was throwing in our face like for 3 rounds, and we convinced him not to. I remember. Okay.
Oh.
Well, specifically, it's like the
Anyway.
round he was going to use it. You and Tony were like, "No, we're definitely going to vote with you boys against the girls."
I wanted to vote him that round instead of Mike. By the
We
way.
know.
But I told Tony not
And then
to.
he played his suicide bomb advantage.
Oh my god.
That was a crazy advantage.
I hope it's merged though. Like I don't know. I want to see all these exciting characters.
No, I don't want to see Cassava lose again, and then like.
I agree.
Like I want to see when they're all
Favorite
together and like.
John, Lily, Kate, and
Look, let's all agree. We wouldn't mind if they all merged and the next person going home was one of these people. CJ, Alejandro, Jenny.
Donovan.
Jenny would never let
Donovan.
Alejandro
Oh
go
my
home. Yeah.
I mean this with no malice in my heart. I'd be so happy. I've had enough of good characters leaving. I'm ready for characters who I'm sure are great people. They aren't that fun to go.
Well, I think next episode, it's a comeback challenge, and Ella wins and comes back.
Yes, I hope so. I miss Ella.
Redemption.
No one has ever said that.
I just did.
Wait, okay, one random thought is I did think the strategic aspect of voting Daniela out is that she is a very explosive character, and if you piss her off and she ends up on the jury, she will blow up people's game. Like she will yell and like kind of just spew a lot of stuff. So I think it's actually not bad to have her out pre-merge, and I think merge is coming next episode.
Which was really sad though, because like I love Danielle as a character. I've always been a big advocate for her being like fun, exciting, good TV. You want to see her fight though,
I know.
She was so entertaining.
I would have been a little unnerved though if she screamed like that. Like who fucking flipped? Like if I was Courtney, like I would have been like, yeah.
I think Courtney laughing about it is truly the response. It's like, girl, it's vote number 1. Who flipped?
Yeah.
Flipped on what?
Exactly. Flipped on
I
who?
think the evidence we're given in the episode of why they made the move is still nonsensical. Like, well, she was probably going to work with Pascal. Okay, but CJ was definitely going to work with Pascal. I guess knowing that Courtney played Catan with CJ makes it a little more like, yeah, was Danielle ever going to do Catan? But then it's like, but in what world is CJ turning on Pascal? That's the thing about Daniela. Daniela would be more likely to flip on Pascal. CJ never will. CJ is a loyal soldier through and through. And even in a scenario where you're like his number 2, he's still always going to choose Pascal. This is just talking about out of my ass, but I still believe it. He's an advocate of Donovan's, like, the men are running the game. Like, I think he would buy into that narrative. 100%. And Daniela wouldn't. Daniela would be like,
Daniela, especially when she was like, flipped this whole new leaf, of like, rah, cassava strong. Like, that's what she was going with at that point. So it's like, yeah, why vote her out when she has, her whole new thing is like, oh, I want cassava strong.
She's loyal. Yeah, it's true. Like, he could have kept her a few more votes, I think.
A few more goats? Oh, votes.
Also, Daniela is explosive, but she's going to tell you exactly what she's going to do and what she's feeling. CJ won't, but that's because, like, CJ doesn't really say a whole lot, and frankly, kind of lives in CJ world. Like, he thinks he's doing way more than he is. It really is, like Erin brought up, it's like he's going, I'm going to be so pissed, and then when he hears, he's like, damn.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Exactly.
And then he'll come into interview and be like, oh, I blew up on her.
No, literally.
Again, nice guy, but he's not doing a whole lot.
He's a nice guy. Yeah.
Period.
I think he has some game sense.
No, I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's just not an entertaining player.
Well,
but my thing is, I hate to be a hater. I just don't understand still, again, you speak so harshly of CJ, but like, I also don't see Taylor as a particularly player.
She has good reads though, and
like very middle of the road, like easy to forget as well. Sorry, Taylor, if you're watching this.
The difference. Okay,
it's the
understand of like. I understand that, like, Taylor is a slightly, like, less energetic character, but her reads are really good. She clearly like, her reads are way better than CJ's. She's not diluted in that sense. And, like, I get more of the sense that she is, you know, a freshman girl sort of finding herself and her voice in all of this, like a Jack in some ways, because Jack was
Jack is a good comparison.
So, like, I resonate more with a Jack than, frankly, CJ, who is like a junior at this point, or like who knows who he is, and just like is a very introverted, quieter guy who just also has a really high sense of self. And like, I think the issue for me, and I think this goes back to the gender discussion of like, I resonate more with a character I resonate more with an Andy who can be loud and wrong, but like, you know, he's really throwing it out there, than someone who's very reserved and also wrong. Like, what do you have such a high sense of self about? Like, for what? For why?
Taylor also like recognizes her position and like is trying to do something about it, right? Is exactly. Like, Taylor's not just blindly following somebody. Like, she recognizes like, oh, I'm at the bottom of old Kyoshi. I'm going to make this bond with Lily. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to like make these other connections. I'm going to actually try to do something versus CJ, who like last round when Daniela did go home, he didn't do anything to make that happen. Like, Pascal even came in and said like, oh, I can talk to Sean. Like, let's go try something. And CJ said, no, like, no, you're not going to, like, we're not going to do anything. So it's like, even when CJ recognizes his position, he doesn't try to do anything about it. Whereas Taylor, I think, is actually like, she hasn't had to go to tribal for a while, but like recognizes if she did, she'd probably not be top of the totem pole. And so she's trying to set things up at least for herself in the future.
Yeah, I do think she's a better player than CJ. I just didn't really get like the you're cutting him no breaks here. And then
he's also got so many confessionals.
Like, she just, like, found an idol and did all this stuff.
Like, I think to me it's like, why am I railing on CJ right now? It's like, because CJ is such a prominent character, and it's like, but for why? Like, what has
because
no CJ, but
he's Pascal's assistant.
But it's like he has more confessionals than Pascal.
Well,
that's why.
You know, listen, I don't know about that, but he's gone to more tribals than Pascal. You know, that's
and again, the impact he's had on the season is less. What I'm saying is that CJ has had a disproportionate amount of edit when it's like this guy is just not really
delivering.
I'm shitting on him, but like, and this isn't his fault. He's in the edit more, but it's like CJ and Taylor are not the same because every time Taylor says something, it's of some substance. Whereas CJ just says something, and it's like, for what though? You're not gonna get mad. You aren't making any decisions. I feel like I'm wasting my time listening to him instead of, frankly, Kate saying something that would be more funny at least.
That's true.
Erin, who are your 3 people that you'd want to see go home?
Donovan.
Hot takes.
Okay.
See, I don't think mine aren't hot takes. They're pretty much the same. I'd keep in Alejandro though. I'd say Donovan.
That is a hot take. Wow.
Donovan.
Got another Jenny here.
No, I don't know. Yeah, no, Jenny can go. She's funny though. Yeah, I guess it would be Donovan, CJ, and Jenny.
Oh wow. Okay.
So who are your 3, Jay?
My 3?
Yeah.
Probably Alejandro. I enjoy him, but like you're not gonna get so much out there.
He's no Sam.
No, he wouldn't. He's not
Sam's
Sam at
hilarious.
all. Yes.
Sam's level of funny is up here.
Yes.
Alejandro's level of funny is here. I have to agree with Donovan. Like, I don't like. Is anyone aligned to him at this point? And like, what is he gonna do?
Yeah, because I think Chloe's his number 1 ally. I think he's probably Chloe's
Maybe
number
Taylor.
7.
Maybe Taylor.
Taylor. Ooh, shot at Taylor.
Taylor over CJ?
But I don't know. Like, I feel like CJ has something more in him. I don't know.
What? Oh my God.
He's had 7 episodes to show anything. What more could he do?
That's what I'm saying. Do you think that?
Okay, fine. CJ. I don't know.
Taylor?
CJ or Taylor?
Like, I'm sorry. You can say that you find his presence, like, you find him funny in like he's kind of unaware way, or like you're excited to see how he and Pascal navigate. To say he has more to show, baby. So you think he's been withholding a lot of that character?
I also have like met half these people, so like maybe that and my, I also I went to high school with Jenny and Kate. So actually, I don't know if Kate and Jenny like know each other, but they both went to Athelton. So I don't know. Like, I don't want to say either of them. I think
they mentioned that in the first episode.
Yeah. Wait, Kate, did you know Jenny? I think maybe you're 1 year apart, but like, did you know Jenny?
Jenny gave senior vibes too, but I guess not.
Jenny is the same age. I know Jenny is a super senior. This Athelton babe. Okay, yeah. So Kate knew her. But I don't know.
She was a super senior. Kate was like a freshman, no? Or sophomore? So they're like quite a few years apart.
To be clear on the like these people, it's all edit based. Like I've not met most of these people. I don't have an issue with them personally. If I met Ella in person, I wouldn't be like, fuck you. I just think in the show, I don't want you in this show.
Things.
I don't care. I'm just saying like I don't care. I'm saying like that's not pertinent to my point. Like CJ, I'm sure is a wonderful person. Every story seems very nice. He's just not giving a lot in this show, and so if he left, it would not affect my viewing experience. And well, it would. It would make it happier because I'm seeing other characters speak. He had more than Courtney. In what world do I need to know more about CJ's game than Courtney's?
That's true.
Audience, you tell me. Do you think CJ's game is worthy of more screen time than Courtney's?
No.
Well, yeah, exactly. Katie, are your 3 any different? Any hot takes on that?
Not really. Definitely Alejandro. I think Donovan. I forgot they were both playing for a bit, to be honest. I guess the last would be, I guess it could be CJ or Jenny. They're both absent. Yeah, that's
Pascal's Alliance, kind of a flop.
Yeah, kind of a flop. That's why I'm like kind of disappointed because I just
because he's such a good cult leader. He's got him in line.
He's not doing anything, and people think he's so threatening. This group.
Exactly. It's because of Andy's narrative.
Yes, this reminds me a lot of Jay's narrative.
No, I don't think that Jay's narrative was he wasn't doing a lot, and then
no, not that he wasn't doing a lot,
but just that he was creating the narrative.
Dominates a narrative.
I definitely created the narrative our season.
Yeah,
I don't think that Pascal's creating the narrative.
No, we're saying Andy's creating the narrative.
Andy is.
Keep up.
Oh my god. So well, I've said it before that I don't. First of all, I don't.
It's risky to make the narrative though, because then you're out in front.
Yeah.
I think where Jay succeeded and Andy will fail is that Andy, frankly, doesn't really have like that big of an opposition. Like, yes, he has Pascal, but unlike the returners who are charismatic, are threatening, Pascal's not that threatening. I think you have a conversation with him and you're kind of underwhelmed in that regard. Like, you have a conversation with a Katie or a Dylan, and you're like, these are incredibly social, very smart players who know how to play this game. Like, that is concern. Or Doug. Those three, it's like you talk to them and you're like, no, shit, I cannot play with them. Pascal, you're not like, whoa, this guy's incredible socially. Like,
he's not a big threat.
He's Machiavelli at you.
But I guess like Andy will hide behind like he has a Sean now, and then now he has like Pascal, so like it's enough.
But Sean's not a threat either.
No,
Sean has no agency.
I guess he just has Lily, but then I guess he's painting it as such. I don't know. But I mean, Andy has like less agency now that Courtney's gone. Like he can be like, oh, I'll do anything. Like I'll vote with anyone.
You think he's gonna do that?
I think so. I think that'll be his voting chip of like.
I mean, it would be smart of him to sit back a little bit, but like knowing who he is not going to. And I think he'll be targeted. He's not.
I don't think that you or
like,
Andy.
Like, no.
I don't think you or Andy have the propensity to sit back.
No, we don't. Because we want to be front and center. We want to be like, hey, look, it's me. And like that's a very risky place to be. It either can lead you to the win or it leads you to getting booted. So. And
I'll say this, and I can be canceled for this or whatever. The fact that he's straight and doing all of this, that's crazy to me. That's evil energy.
He really got like such a highlight in
Sean.
Agency without any agents. No, Andy is very straight.
Great, awesome. Katie, what were you saying?
I don't know. I lost it.
All right. Any other final thoughts before we end this?
Let me look at my notes.
I wanted to say I loved the ending compilation of just like kind of honoring Courtney's decision. I think that was really sweet. And I think that not only was it really sweet and heartfelt and heartwarming, it was also really important. Because I think a lot of times when people watch a show like this, they forget that they're not watching CBS Survivor. They forget that they're not watching something that, people go out for and are doing for $1 million, whatever. They forget that at its core, and I think this whole season has done a really good job of it, of like, these are people, these are college students, and they are living their lives while this is all happening. And I think it showcased it really well, because I know that, a lot of people will watch like any withdrawal, any quit and be like, oh, you just don't care enough. Like, I hate that, blah, blah, blah. I hate quitters, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, it's so different in this environment. And I think that the way it was showcased and the way that it was edited was like as good as it could have been to show like, hey, this is a human show. This is a human being. And this is a human moment. And we are all going to support that. And I think that it was just really good way of doing it.
Done. It was so sweet, so cute. And just like the kind words that Courtney had to say about, the game, Andy, everything, the idol passing was so cute.
Oh, I knew it was gonna happen.
Is it again? Like
I did too. I literally, before we saw that scene in my notes, I was like, did you take the idol with her?
Yes. No, also that was nice.
That'd be so awkward.
It was fun. It was a surprise.
Yes. I love the editing, how it's like 8 hours earlier, 1 hour before. Like, it's probably so much work, but it makes it more fun.
CBS would never. It
reminds me of the Genius.
Too different.
Yeah. I think, season 12 is so much more of a personal thing and is so much more of college students. I don't feel like season 8 felt college student-y. It felt like everyone was just really, like, trying to game really hard. And in another way, very cruel. Like, you guys mentioned this in the beginning, like, you guys didn't hang out that much outside of the game context. And it's like, it shows because everything is so game focused. And then when it hurts people, like, there is no separation in that way. Like, it isn't, we're friends. It's like, you betrayed me and this has betrayed our friendship. It's like, there is no separation. This season, it really does feel like it's so much more personal and just like people playing, which is sweet, but it's led to some strategic decisions, I'll say.
Yes.
Like, messy, unnecessary, dumb decisions. But I'm so excited to see where it goes. I really hope it is a merge.
So good.
Fake out.
So good season.
Agreed.
It's so good.
Jay, Katie, thank you so much for joining us. You were both so fun. I wish you could win again. But I'm glad I don't have to host either of you again.
Oh yeah, we're a lot as players. Katie will win something again. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, put me on CBS, please.
I know.
Hell yeah.
I'm learning how to swim.
You and Chloe need to be on CBS like yesterday.
That would be amazing. I would love to see anyone on CBS Survivor.
I know, we needed like a representative. That'd be so fun.
We got Mr. Beast.
Oh. He's from North Carolina.
No, I'm joking.
I know.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Sorry this was such a long episode, and for this episode too, where there was no vote, we're like, anyways, here's 100 things we got to talk about. But
we only like doubled the time of the actual episode.
Yeah, that's true.
Literally.
I wanted to know what was gonna happen. Like I was like, wow, is this like Andy's demise?
That's why I called Sean. I had to know.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. See you next week, I believe. And if I'm wrong, you'll find out. But I'm pretty sure we're good to go. What?
Can I do one more shout out? I know there's only like 20 people watching, but this last year I started Gay Survivor NYC. If you are LGBTQ plus and live in New York City, please hit us up if you want to play, if you want to be part of it. It's a really, really growing community. We have like 7,000 followers on Instagram, and we're gonna post and edit videos this year. It's a really big, proud community that I've built this year, and I'm really proud of it. So I just wanted to let more people who love Survivor know about this. And you can
in Zoran's New York, every survivor's gay. Survivor
Everyone's
now.
gay.
Exactly.
Oh, this is just Katie.
Okay. And then bye for season 1.
Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean? I sent a flyer for
They
that.
literally sent a flyer for that in their Survivor group chat. Well, if you believe in the communist New York and you live nearby, you can go see Gay Survivor. Because it's important that now everything has to be gay. Am I right, ladies? First our hockey shows are gay. Now Survivor's gay. What's next? All right. Well, that's been our show. Bye.
Bye.